In this lecture, we're going to look at some of the different marketing plans out there, so you can make up your mind which marketing plan is right for you. And I want to show you some examples of different marketing plans. So here's a basic plan, a one-page template by a chap called Daniel Silver, and you can see the template here. They got questions and answers. So this is really to help you get in the mindset of what questions you need to ask and answers you write down to answer those questions. So look at it, you can see what areas are being looked at on Daniel's sheet. You know, what are the objectives, what specific goals is your app trying to do this year, and a bit more detail about your offering, what exactly is your offering, and then it goes in a bit more detail about your customers. So this is all the work that we looked at in the previous lectures about persona development. Other tasks that we should be doing on a marketing plan is working out who are our competitors. What are they, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and then move on to the positioning of our product or app. You know, given your knowledge of the market, how do you position your product in respect to them? And it could be feature wise, pricing, brand, lots of different things for your positioning to be different to the competitors. And also think about the pricing. So we talked around the personas early on. How much would that person be willing to pay for your product? Another areas then is what channels such as promotions will we be talking to the user, channels will be talking to the user. Can we use discount? Can we have sales? Can we have a time limited sale? Really think about what you can do to sell your product. And again, a very important one is budget. How much budget do we have available to us to sell the app? And then once we have all this information, we need to create some sort of plan in a bit more detail to arrange all our different marketing activities. So I'm just going to move on to another example marketing plan. As you can see on this slide, this is a marketing plan made up for Starbucks by a company, gettogrowth.com, and you can see some of the big things it's broken down at the top. So it's looking at the audience, the strategies and activities. So you can see the audience. This is all that work we did earlier, talking around the target persona. Who is this person that we're trying to sell to? Age, location, sex, where do they go, family life, and so on. And then they really think about the customer journey to your product. You know, how is this user going to find and interact with your product? Really think about it in their mindset. And then you can, from that audience work, you can actually identify your value proposition to the user. Why is your product, your app, of value to them? Really think about it. And then moving on from the audience into strategies. So what's your goal? What are you trying to achieve? You know, think about the KPIs, so the core metrics that you're trying to achieve by undertaking this marketing work. And you can see a bit more different information about key strategies and pricing and positioning that we briefly mentioned on the previous slide. And then we're moving on to the activities. And what things are we doing in order to achieve the strategies, and what tactics are we using? And finally, in the bottom corner, how do we know we've been actually trying to plan those out in 3 different cycles? So pre-app launch, when the app is being launched, and post-app launch. That's how I normally break my marketing activities down. I just want to recap what we've seen over this lecture, just the important points. So firstly, it's very important to understand our potential user, our target user, and our target customer. Really understand them, and that's from persona work. And then the next important point is to identify our existing channels and assets that we want to communicate to our targeted user. And also we need to realise that we need to sequence marketing activity, and this is normally done over different phases of the app's release. So pre-app release, app release, and post-app release. So we actually need to understand what activities need to happen in what order, and where the dependencies are from these different activities.